we are on OIFF's red carpet with Jason Hill, the Q&A of the evening.
Yes.
How do you feel about all this evening?
It's amazing. It's really great. It's nice to see something like this happening in San Diego, or Oceanside. I always think of Oceanside as part of San Diego, so yeah. It's great. Wonderful. And it's nice to come back into town and do this with Lou and all that. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun.
I know that's the thing about San Diego, isn't it? Like we kind of all still know each other and still hang out. I mean, is that important to you, and is it part of your grounding for your creativity, or do you ever cruise back to San Diego? I know you're up in LA now.
Well, my mom still lives here, so I come down to visit. And my friends, I still have a lot of friends here, old bandmates and stuff all live here. So, yeah, I come down as much as I can. I love it. I would live here probably if it wasn't for the fact that I score films and all that, which I kind of need to be up in LA, at least for now. But I'll probably move back one day. I love it here. It's beautiful. It
is. It's a hard 5 freeway to get down to. So when you're walking through here and you see yourself on the wall,
it's so cool. Yeah.
You see everyone together and all
yeah.
friends. Do you understand what a scene you were a part of?
Yeah, I mean, I always thought that the music scene in San Diego was so good, compared to other places because, like for instance, like Los Angeles, I always thought that, well, the business was there, so it was a harder scene to make because the first time a band would play, they would have record company and people like that and all this other stuff that's not really about the music. And so here, it was more about people trying to be their favorite band and get good and getting a chance to be bad even and all of that stuff and yeah, I mean, my friends have always been musicians for the most part, and so it's nice. It was always a really good scene. There's always competition and all that, which is good. I mean, but of course, really good scene, I think. Always has been. I don't know what it's like now. I was talking about this with Lou. I'm really curious to hear a lot of the new bands and whatnot. And
I think San Diego still has it. It's kind of crazy when you get down to it. I mean, the heck with Seattle.
Yeah, exactly. Sure. Yeah. I mean, they have their time,
Just poof. But what's pretty amazing is your scope of work, and Lou's going to dive into it. But it's amazing how many different genres you've hit. From being in music and soundtracks, and now you're directing, and I mean, you're just kind of an overall renaissance. I mean, would you just die if you did not create?
Yeah, I would. I mean, it's what I live for, and I'm incredibly lucky to have had a career doing it. I know that. I mean, I worked really hard, but I never had another plan. It was always just to figure out a way to eventually have people pay me to make music, and so, yeah, I'm really lucky, and I would die if I couldn't create. I think about that all the time, actually. Like my biggest fear is like being in prison or something where I couldn't just do what I wanted, and make stuff. Because even when I'm not making something for something specific, I'm always just making something. I wake up every morning excited, to make something. Always.
And it's amazing because your name is on so many of people's favorite things, from Convoy, Hello, to it just goes on, and that's what's amazing how you actually even create instruments.
I do, yeah. Well, that's just, yeah, I like to tinker around and build stuff, and also I always want to have a new sound, a new thing, something that nobody else has to play with, to make something, yeah. It's just a pursuit of really just fooling around, yeah.
Well, I hope you always come back to San Diego. It's so awesome to have you here tonight, and everyone's excited for the Q&A. So thanks for coming.
I'm excited too. Thank you.
Thanks, Jason.